Have you ever wondered why a single smile from a BTS member can shake an entire generation? Why a tiny curve of their lips can turn an ordinary day into a memory, a spark, a heartbeat? Tonight, we're diving into something far more powerful than visuals, vocals, or dance skills. We're going into the realm of smiles, the kind of smiles that melt timelines, freeze moments, and leave fans whispering, "How is this even real?" You've seen them on stage, in behind-the-scenes clips, in airport previews, even in chaotic run BTS episodes. But have you ever stopped to think about why those smiles hit different? Why a smile from Jungkook can feel like a sunrise, or how Taehyung's tiny smirk can disarm an entire arena? Why J-Hope's laughter becomes a healing soundtrack, while RM's dimples are practically a national treasure? Why Suga's rare, soft grin feels like a private secret, or how Jimin's shy smile feels like someone opening a window in your soul? And Jin, worldwide handsome Jin, why does his signature giggle leave fans stunned like they just discovered a hidden cheat code to happiness? Tonight, we're not just ranking, we're exploring the history, the emotion, the behind-the-scenes warmth that shaped every one of these legendary smiles. Think of it like opening a time capsule filled with 7 different universes, each with its own energy, its own story, its own power to make millions of people breathe a little lighter. Because smiles from BTS are not just expressions, they're timestamps of their journey. From humble trainees sleeping in one tiny dorm to global icons filling stadiums that echo their names, they're pieces of evidence that joy can survive exhaustion, chaos, criticism, and pressure. They're the quiet reminders that even under the world's spotlight, these 7 men remain human, soft-hearted, goofy, sincere, fragile, beautifully real. But here's the question: whose smile truly reigns supreme? Who has the sweetest, most unforgettable smile in BTS history? Who sits at the very top of this emotional roller coaster list? And, more importantly, why? Tonight you will hear stories you remember, stories you forgot, and stories you never even realized mattered. Because every ranking on this list has its own rhythm, its own heartbeat, its own reason why fans across the world screenshot, edit, replay, and cherish these moments for years. So prepare yourself, this is not a simple ranking. This is a journey through 7 smiles that shaped fandom culture, broke records, inspired trends, softened hearts, and reminded us that sometimes all we need is a moment of genuine joy from the people we admire. This is top 7 BTS members with the sweetest smiles of all time, and trust me, you're not ready for how deep this goes. Who will surprise you? Who will make you rethink everything you thought you knew? And whose smile will claim the crown? Let's begin. Number 7, Jin, the timeless soft beam. Jin's smile is the kind of smile that doesn't need dramatic angles, filters, or high-definition close-ups to make an impact. It's the kind of smile that feels like walking into a warm kitchen on a cold morning where someone you love has already prepared breakfast and left the lights on for you. Soft, glowing, familiar, yet somehow still surprising even after more than a decade. And maybe that's what makes Jin such an unexpected entry on this list. People often talk about his visuals, his worldwide handsome title, his symmetry, his ethereal proportions, his model-like features. But the real magic? The part that lingers long after the spotlight fades, has always been the way he smiles when he forgets he's famous. That gentle lift of his lips that comes out when he's making dad jokes no one laughs at, the way his eyes squint when he cracks up at his own punchlines, and the slight puff of his cheeks that appears when he smiles too hard, those are the things that make Jin's smile unforgettable. You can trace the evolution of that smile through the years, starting from the rookie era where he was still learning how to balance confidence and humility. Back then, his smile was polite, carefully shaped for cameras, still carrying that sense of, am I doing this right? And yet, even then, it had softness. The warmth was already there, just waiting for the world to notice. As time went on and Jin grew into himself, especially around the Wings and Love Yourself eras, his smile became something richer, deeper, more genuine. You could see the way his entire face relaxed when he laughed with the members backstage, or the way he'd smile a little too wide when ARMY shouted his name during concerts. His grin during Run BTS episodes is practically a collector's item, sudden, explosive, radiant in a way that feels almost childlike. That's the thing about Jin, his smile has always carried a hint of innocence, a quiet sincerity that feels untouched by the chaos of fame, and that's why people fall for it. It comes from a place of real joy, real care, real connection. But a smile isn't just sweet, it's also layered. Behind every moment of brightness, there's a hint of something deeper, especially if you pay attention during emotional moments. During speeches, for example, Jin's smile sometimes wavers ever so slightly, as if he's trying to hide the weight on his shoulders. That tiny shake of the lips, the way he inhales softly, the way he smiles to reassure others instead of himself, it's all there if you know how to look. You can see it when he encourages younger members. You can see it in the way he tries to lighten the mood when the team is stressed. Jin's smile has carried responsibility, patience, and leadership in the most gentle way possible. And one of the most beautiful things about Jin's smile is how relatable it is. It's not overwhelming like Jungkook's radiant glow or Taehyung's cinematic angles. It's not explosive like Jhope's or sharply charming like RM's dimples. It's not rare and intimate like Suga's, nor soft and flirtatiously shy like Jimin's. Jin's smile feels like something you've seen before, something that reminds you of home even if you've never met him. It's the smile of a friend who shares food with you, of an older brother who pats you on the back after a long day, of someone who genuinely wants you to feel at ease. And maybe that's why it ranks here on number 7, not because it is less sweet, but because it is the foundation of sweetness itself. The calm sweetness, the everyday sweetness, the kind that doesn't demand attention but receives it naturally, the kind that doesn't try to be pretty but ends up being beautiful, the kind that makes you think, if he smiled at me in person, I might actually forget how to breathe for a few seconds. And let's not forget the iconic Jin giggle. Yes, that high-pitched, dolphin-like, absolutely unfiltered laugh that bursts out when he finds something really funny. The way he claps his hands, leans back, and lets his face explode into pure joy is something that even directors and editors can't resist highlighting. It's comedic, but also deeply sweet in a way only Jin can deliver. In every behind-the-scenes clip, you'll always find at least one moment where Jin smiles at a member and the whole dynamic instantly softens. He's the eldest, but he carries the youngest heart. He's the one who makes others feel safe enough to smile too. And when someone has a smile that can lift the mood of the entire group, how can you not include him on this list? Jin's smile may be at number 7 today, but that doesn't make it any less iconic. If anything, it only proves that BTS is a group made of 7 impossibly charming universes, each with a sweetness that could rank number 1 in any other world. Jin's smile is timeless, comforting, and beautifully human, and sometimes that's the sweetest kind of smile of all. Number 6. Jimin, the shy glow that softens the world. Jimin's smile is the type of smile that sneaks up on you slow, gentle, almost timid at first glance, but powerful enough to stop your heart once it fully blooms. There's always been something undeniably soft about the way he expresses joy, like he's sharing a piece of himself he doesn't show often, a quiet vulnerability wrapped in warmth. And that's exactly why his smile ranks here. Not because it's subtle, but because it's deep. It carries layers, history, insecurity, growth, tenderness, and every time you see it, it reminds you that even the brightest stars can shine with a touch of fragility. Jimin has always had a complicated relationship with self-confidence. From the earliest days of BTS, he pushed himself relentlessly, often hiding behind perfectionism and self-criticism. That's why, during the rookie era, his smiles were polite, beautiful, yes, but careful. You could feel he was trying to present the version of himself he thought the world expected. He would laugh easily in front of the members, but when cameras turned on, his smile sometimes tightened as if he was constantly monitoring his own expression. Fans who've been there from the beginning know exactly what that looked like. The small, neat smile he used during interviews, the soft upward curve of his lips that held back more emotion than it revealed. But as time passed and as BTS grew more grounded in who they were as individuals, Jimin's smile began to evolve. And the transformation was honestly one of the most beautiful parts of his journey. It became freer, wider, brighter. Suddenly, his eyes would crinkle without hesitation, his lips stretching into the kind of joyful grin that made entire stadiums scream. It felt like Jimin was finally giving himself permission to shine without holding back. That smile became more than just an expression. It became a symbol of healing, both for him and for the millions who watched him grow. One thing about Jimin's smile that sets it apart from the others is its emotional honesty. It's not the kind of smile that appears just because something is funny. It's the kind that emerges when he feels genuinely touched, genuinely proud, genuinely connected to the moment. When ARMY sings back to him, you can see that emotion burst through his entire face. His smile trembles a little, his eyes sparkle in a way that feels almost too real for someone under global scrutiny. But that's the magic. Jimin doesn't hide his heart. He wears it right there on his smile. And then there's the blush. the signature Jimin blush that appears the moment someone compliments him or when he suddenly becomes shy. That soft pink flush on his cheeks works together with his smile like a perfect duet, making him look fragile, warm, and almost unreal, like a character drawn with too much emotion for one frame. And that shyness? It's legendary. The way he covers his face when he laughs too hard, the way he shakes his head while smiling when someone calls him cute, the way he scrunches his nose and tries to look away, as if avoiding eye contact will stop millions from melting. Those are classic Jimin moments fans treasure. One of the sweetest things about Jimin's smile is how much it changes depending on who he's with. Around Jungkook, it becomes teasing and brotherly. Around Taehyung, it becomes soft and nostalgic, filled with years of shared memories. Around Suga, it becomes warm and gentle, almost protective. Around Jhope, it becomes wide and loud, sometimes exploding into laughter. Around RM, it becomes grateful, admiring. Around Jin, it becomes playful and fond. Each connection reveals a different shade of his sweetness. But Jimin's smile wasn't built on only joy. Some of its beauty comes from the struggles he overcame. There are countless moments during emotional speeches where his smile wavered, as if he was balancing pride and sadness at the same time. Sometimes he smiled to reassure fans when he was the one hurting. Sometimes he smiled to encourage the members even when he was exhausted from taking care of others. That duality, the bright smile and the quiet weight behind it, makes his sweetness feel earned, not effortless. And then there's the fan service smile, the one that appears on stage when he knows he's being watched. The smile he gives while doing the iconic heart cheeks, the one he flashes before blowing a kiss, the one that comes with that flirty eye spark he pretends isn't intentional. It's adorable, polished, and yet still genuine, because even when he's performing cuteness, you can feel he's doing it with love, not obligation. In every performance, every V-Live, every behind-the-scenes clip, Jimin's smile has become the emotional heartbeat of BTS. It doesn't aim to overwhelm like some of the others on this list, but it leaves an imprint that stays with you much longer than you expect. It's soft, shy, deeply human. The kind of smile that feels like someone opening the window in a dark room and letting sunlight in, not all at once, but slowly, beautifully, gently. Jimin's smile is quiet sweetness, the sweetness that sneaks into your memory and stays there. The kind that softens your chest and makes you feel warm long after the moment has passed. And that's why he sits perfectly at number 6. Because his sweetness isn't loud, it's lived in, heartfelt, and unforgettable in the way only Jimin can be. Number 5. Suga, the rare smile that feels like a secret gift. Suga's smile is the kind of treasure you don't see every day. It's rare, quiet, and almost shy like sunlight sneaking through a half-closed curtain in the early morning. And because it's rare, it becomes unforgettable. When Yoongi smiles, really smiles, it feels like something precious has slipped out from behind the walls he keeps around his heart. It's intimate, honest, and so pure that fans often joke it should be classified as a national artifact. But to understand why Suga's smile hits so deeply, you need to understand the man behind it. Because unlike other members who freely express excitement or joy, Suga has always been the type to observe more than he reacts, to think more than he shows, to hold back more than he releases. He's the calm in the chaos, the steady anchor in the storm, the quiet force who doesn't need to shout to be heard. And maybe that's why his smile feels like a small miracle, because it emerges from a place that isn't easy to access, not even for him. There's a time capsule inside Yoongi's smile. In the early trainee days, his smiles were tired, fragile, sometimes forced. You could see the exhaustion in his eyes, the fear of not making it, the pressure of pursuing music while trying to survive financially. Yet even then, his smile had a softness, a sincerity that slipped through whenever someone made him laugh by accident. It wasn't big or flashy, but real, small, and unguarded. As BTS grew and pressures mounted, Suga's smiles became even more precious. He wasn't the loud one in variety shows. He wasn't the member cracking jokes just to fill silence. He smiled when something genuinely amused him, when a member did something ridiculous, when he caught someone being cute, when he secretly felt proud, or when he allowed himself to forget the cameras were filming. And it's those moments, those impossible to recreate fragments that fans hold closest. Because when Suga smiles, it feels personal, like he's letting us witness something only a handful of people get to see. One of the most remarkable things about Yoongi's smile is how dramatically it transforms his face. In serious mode, he can look cold, intimidating, distant, a producer deep in concentration, a man with too many thoughts and too few words. But the moment his lips curve even slightly, everything changes. His eyes narrow into tiny crescents. His cheeks lift in that adorable way that makes him resemble a cat basking in warm sunlight. His entire aura softens from mysterious genius to sleepy, affectionate, secretly emotional Hyung. And suddenly, all the walls he built crumble in the cutest way possible. But Suga's smile isn't just sweet because it's rare, it's sweet because it carries meaning. It's a smile shaped by years of quiet suffering, healing, perseverance, and rebuilding himself piece by piece. After surviving depression, recovering from injuries, and carrying the emotional and creative weight of composing music for BTS, Yoongi's smile became more precious than ever. Every real smile now feels like proof that he made it through. Proof that he's still capable of joy despite everything he's battled. Proof that someone as guarded and private as him can still shine with warmth when he's with the people he trusts most. And oh, those moments he smiles because of the members, those are the most powerful. When Jin tells a ridiculous joke, Suga's smile bursts out before he can control it. When Jimin does something sweet, Yoongi's smile becomes soft and proud. When Jungkook teases him, his smile turns playful and a bit embarrassed. When RM says something chaotic, he breaks into that iconic gummy grin that makes the fandom scream. And when Jhope does something energetic, well, sometimes Suga just gives up and laughs with his whole body, head thrown back as if the moment itself has conquered him. His smiles around the members are different. They carry history, trust, comfort, brotherhood. They reveal parts of him he would never show alone. But there's another dimension to his smile too, the stage smile. It isn't fake, it's earned. When fans scream his name, when he sees ARMY's light sticks glowing like galaxies, when he raps a verse that once existed only inside his notebook, something shifts in his expression. His smile becomes proud, triumphant, alive. You can see the boy who dreamed of music, the young man who wanted to quit, the artist who kept going even when the world tried to break him. And that's why his smile doesn't just feel sweet, it feels like hope. Like a quiet victory, like the softest, warmest reminder that healing doesn't always look like loud happiness. Sometimes healing looks like Yoongi smiling. A small curve of the lips, a flash of warmth in the eyes, a brief moment where the weight he carries becomes just a little lighter. Suga ranks at number 5 not because his smile is less sweet, but because it is a sweetness that must be earned. It's the sweetness of vulnerability, of honesty, of trust, the sweetness of someone who rarely shows emotion finally letting it slip through. It's the smile of a man who has lived through storms and still found a reason to glow. And that glow? It's unforgettable, it's rare, it's Yoongi. It's a smile worth waiting for. Number 4. RM, the dimpled smile that holds the weight of a leader. RM's smile is the kind of smile that makes you pause, not because it's the sweetest in a soft, boyish way, but because it carries a depth you don't often see in people who spend their entire lives under a spotlight. Namjoon's smile feels like someone opening a window after a long, exhausting day, letting in air, light, and a feeling you didn't realize you desperately needed. The moment his dimples appear, everything about him shifts. The wise leader becomes a gentle friend, the philosophical artist becomes a playful boy, and the man who carries the emotional weight of BTS suddenly looks free, even if just for a second. That duality strength wrapped in softness is exactly why his smile lands at number 4. There is nothing simple about Namjoon's smile. It's a reflection of years spent navigating pressure, expectation, and responsibility. From the earliest days of BTS, Namjoon was the one who had to speak for the group, guide them, protect them, and take responsibility even for things he didn't cause. And it's not that he never smiled back then, he did, and brightly, but you could always sense the tension hiding beneath it. A silent question behind his lips. Am I doing enough? Am I leading them well? Will we make it? Yet, even as a rookie, his smile had warmth. It was wide, bashful, and sincere in a way that made fans feel instantly comfortable. His dimples were already legendary, these deep, unmistakable marks on his cheeks that made him look both endearing and approachable. Sometimes, in those early years, his smile felt like a shield, something he used to stay strong not just for himself, but for everyone around him. Over time, that smile evolved. As BTS grew and began breaking global charts, Namjoon's smile gained confidence. You could see it during speeches at award shows, especially the emotional ones. His smile would wobble, his eyes would gloss over, but then he'd steady himself with a gentle, knowing grin that said, "We did it. We really did it." Fans call this his leader smile, the one filled with pride, relief, gratitude, and quiet resilience. It's a smile full of history, the kind that knows what it's like to fail, to doubt, to question everything, and still rise. But there's another side to Namjoon's smile that makes it uniquely sweet, the bookish, shy, intellectual smile. This is the one he flashes when he talks about art, museums, philosophy, nature, or anything he genuinely loves. His eyes sparkle with curiosity. His lips pull upward in a soft, humble grin. He looks like a little kid showing you his favorite treasure, excited yet self-conscious, like he's afraid of rambling but can't help it anyway. And then there's the dimples. Those dimples could probably solve global crises if they were allowed to. They appear even when he's trying not to smile during awkward interviews, chaotic moments with the members, or when someone compliments him unexpectedly. It's like his face betrays him in the cutest way possible. You can even spot the exact millisecond a laugh tries to break through his composure. His lips twitch, his cheeks lift, and boom, the dimples strike again. But one of the most unforgettable versions of Namjoon's smile is the one that comes out when he's with the members, specifically during their funniest, most chaotic moments. When Jungkook starts clowning around, Namjoon smiles like an exasperated but fond older brother. When Jin cracks ridiculous jokes, Namjoon laughs with his entire face, dimples deep, shoulders relaxing as if the pressure of the world momentarily slips off him. When Jimin does something adorable, Namjoon's smile softens into something warm and protective. When Suga teases him, he flashes that embarrassed, shy grin that makes the entire fandom giggle. When Taehyung acts unpredictable, Namjoon's smile becomes half confused, half delighted. When Jhope laughs loudly, Namjoon can't help but join him, his smile turning bright and unrestrained. His smile with the members is different because it's rooted in trust. It's not polished, not posed, it's real. It's family. And maybe that's why it resonates so strongly with fans. You can see the loneliness he used to carry slowly melt away when he smiles around them. Another unforgettable version of his smile appears on stage. The moment ARMY chants his name, something gentle lights up inside him. He smiles with disbelief, gratitude, and a softness that feels almost private, like he's letting fans peek into a part of his soul he usually keeps hidden. During concerts, his smile becomes freer than anywhere else. Sometimes he laughs in the middle of a rap verse. Sometimes he smiles at fans with tears in his eyes. Sometimes he looks around the stadium, lips trembling, before breaking into a glowing, full-faced grin that says everything he can't put into words. Namjoon's smile feels like acceptance, like healing, like someone who has finally learned to love himself, not perfectly, but honestly. It's a smile that reassures you without speaking, a smile that says, "You're doing okay, you're allowed to rest. You're allowed to breathe." And maybe that's why his smile lands at number 4. Because it's not just sweet, it's meaningful. It's the sweetness of a leader who grew up under unimaginable pressure yet still smiles with sincerity. It's the sweetness of a man who has read thousands of books, traveled the world alone, made mistakes, grown from them, and continues to search for beauty in small things. It's the sweetness of dimples that appear at the most unexpected times, reminding us that even strong people have soft moments. Namjoon's smile isn't flashy, it's heartfelt, it's thoughtful. It's full of life and full of stories. And sometimes, it's exactly the kind of smile that makes the world feel a little lighter. Number 3, jhope, the sunshine smile that lights up an entire room. Jhope's smile is not just a smile, it's an atmosphere. The moment Hobi smiles, the entire mood of a room changes, like someone flipped on all the lights, opened all the windows, and suddenly the world feels warmer, brighter, and infinitely more alive. There's a reason people call him sunshine, because when he smiles, it genuinely feels like sunlight touching your skin after a long, cold day. It's warm, healing, enthusiastic, and beautifully sincere. His smile isn't gentle or shy. It's full. It hits you instantly. It rushes at you like joy that couldn't wait another second to burst out. It's the kind of smile you don't just notice, you experience. And that's why he climbs into number 3 with ease. Because his smile doesn't simply charm people, it transforms the entire emotional temperature of every space he enters. But to understand Jhope's smile, you have to understand Jungkook, the performer, the dancer, the encouragement engine of BTS. Because his smile isn't something he puts on for cameras, it's something built from years of discipline, passion, kindness, and an unwavering desire to uplift the people around him. Back in the trainee days, even when everyone was exhausted, even when practice ran until 4 a.m., Hobie was the one who smiled first. Not because things were easy, but because he wanted to keep the team alive. His smile became a form of leadership, just as important as RM's guidance or Suga's calm. It was fuel. When someone felt discouraged, Hobie smiled at them, genuine, supportive, warm, and that one look felt like a push forward. You can do it. Don't give up. Even now, you can still see that trainee spirit behind his grin. That determination to stay positive even when the world gets heavy. And yes, people forget this sometimes. Hobie isn't happy because his life is perfect. He smiles because he chooses to, because he understands better than anyone how powerful joy can be and how important it is to share it. On stage, his smile becomes something else entirely. During concerts, he glows. His smile spreads across his face like fire, catching on dry grass, quick, bright, unstoppable. When he dances, the corners of his lips lift naturally, like his body and soul are in perfect sync. When fans scream his name, his smile widens into a beaming, ecstatic expression that says he truly, deeply loves what he's doing. It's not a performance, it's passion exploding into physical form. And then there are the little things, the tiny, almost invisible details that make his smile even more special. The way his nose scrunches when he laughs, the way he claps uncontrollably when something is funny, the way his eyes turn into happy crescents, sparkling with life, the way he leans forward when he's excited, smile stretching from ear to ear as if he can't contain the joy inside him. These small details create a smile that feels handcrafted by the universe specifically to brighten someone's day. But perhaps the most heartwarming version of Hobie's smile is the one he shows around the members. When Jin says something chaotic, Hobie bursts into loud laughter, shoulders bouncing, face open with pure amusement. When Suga does something unexpectedly cute, Hobie's smile softens into something fond and slightly teasing. When RM gets lost in his own words, Hobie laughs so sweetly it almost sounds like encouragement. When Jimin clings to him, his smile becomes protective, big brotherly, affectionate. When Taehyung does something unpredictable, Hobie grins like he's watching his little brother cause adorable chaos. And when Jungkook teases him or jokes around, Hobie beams with this special, sibling-like energy that only years of trust can build. Each version of his smile tells a different story depending on who he's with, but all of them share one truth. Jhope radiates love. His smile is the kind that makes you feel seen, cared for, and welcomed even from behind a screen. But his smile isn't always loud sunshine. There's also the quiet Hobie smile, the one that appears when he's tired but still grateful. The smile after a long day in the studio. The smile backstage when he finally catches his breath after giving 200% on stage. The soft smile when he reads fan letters. The heartfelt smile when he talks about ARMY. These quieter smiles are perhaps even sweeter because they show the man behind the curtain, the thoughtful, humble, emotional artist who gives and gives and gives, yet still finds reasons to smile at the world. And then there's the smile that comes with tears, the smile he struggles to maintain during emotional speeches when he's overwhelmed by the love around him. It trembles, it shines, it breaks your heart in the best way, because in that moment, you see how deeply he feels, how much it all means to him, how much he carries inside that he doesn't always show. Jhope's smile is beautiful not because it's perfect, but because it's honest. It's the smile of someone who works harder than anyone to bring joy into every room he enters. Someone who uses happiness as a form of strength. Someone who chooses positivity as a way to survive, and to help others survive too. And that's why he shines so brightly at number 3. Because his smile isn't just sweet, it's powerful. It uplifts, it comforts, it energizes, it heals. Jhope's smile is sunshine bottled inside a person. And whenever he lets it out, the whole world lights up. Of number 2, Taehyung, the silver-tongued viral siren of BTS. When we step into the second spot on this electrifying list, we are no longer just talking about a member who goes viral sometimes. No, this is about the man whose voice can break algorithmic logic, whose every song preview becomes an instant trend, whose soft hum alone can pull millions of views. This is Kim Taehyung V, the baritone-turned global sensation, the quiet storm of TikTok views whose sound has become a cultural event. What makes Taehyung so dangerously addictive on TikTok? Is it that velvet deep tone that turns even the simplest melody into a cinematic moment? Or is it the emotion, the way his voice sounds both peaceful and piercing at the same time? The world may debate forever, but the numbers don't lie. Every track tied to Taehyung explodes in visibility. Whether it's a solo hit, a jazzy snippet, a chorus he colors in BTS songs, or even just a fan edit, using that soulful baritone, Taehyung's vocals practically live on the For You page. It's almost strange, isn't it? How one man's voice can hold such duality, warm yet haunting, soft yet profound, comforting yet full of mystery. Maybe that's why listeners keep replaying his parts over and over, pushing the views higher and higher. There's something irresistibly human in the way Taehyung sings, something tender, dreamy, nostalgic, and painfully sincere. And TikTok loves sincerity. The fans love sincerity. The world loves sincerity. And Taehyung delivers it with every note, every hum, every breath. But here's the twist. Taehyung's viral moments often happen accidentally. He doesn't chase trends, doesn't force moments, doesn't intentionally craft TikTok-friendly audio bites. Instead, people take his lines, his jazzy riffs, his soulful runs, and they build entire trends around them. That's what makes his spot on this list so legendary. His influence is not manufactured, it's organic. It's the kind of popularity that grows from authenticity, from his magnetic baritone in group tracks to the global storm created by his solo songs like Love Me Again, Slow Dancing, and countless aesthetic edits. Taehyung has become one of the most instantly recognizable voices on the platform. Even non-fans, people who don't know anything about K-pop, find themselves replaying his parts without realizing who he is. That is the definition of viral power. And perhaps the most fascinating part? Every time you think Taehyung has reached his peak, he breaks it again. Another clip goes viral, another smooth verse turns into a trend. Another audio becomes the internet's favorite filter soundtrack. Another jazzy chorus becomes the new obsession of millions. It never stops because he never stops being captivating. With an enchanting tone, extraordinary emotional depth, and a vocal color that feels like a warm dusk settling over a quiet city, Taehyung stands proudly and unshakably at number 2. Only one member remains above him, one voice that the internet simply cannot resist. Are you ready for number 1? Number at Jungkook, the undisputed viral king of BTS. Here it is, the moment everyone has been waiting for. The crown, the throne, the title of all titles. When we talk about TikTok, we talk about trends. When we talk about trends, we talk about sound. And when we talk about sound, there is one name, one voice that the entire planet seems unable to escape. Jungkook. Number 1, the unbeatable, the unstoppable, the eternal ruler of TikTok views. Because Jungkook isn't just a vocalist, he is a phenomenon. And the biggest question echoing across the fandom, across the internet, across millions of screens is simple. Why does TikTok bend its knees to Jungkook? Is it the clarity of his tone? Is it the addictive smoothness? Is it the way he blends power with softness like it's the easiest thing in the world? Or is it the way his voice seems to be engineered directly for virality, sharp, clean, emotional, and instantly recognizable? The truth is, it's all of it, and more. Whenever Jungkook sings, even a single line, the world reacts, fires off, explodes. His vocals are like a magnet to both fans and non-fans. It doesn't matter if people know BTS or not. Once they hear his voice, they pause, replay, save, use the sound, and pass it on. His tone doesn't just travel, it stays. It sticks to the brain like a melody that refuses to leave. Songs like 7, Standing Next to You, Euphoria, Still With You, and countless BTS tracks have become TikTok staples. They didn't trend, they dominated. They didn't go viral, they reshaped the platform's audio culture. 7 alone turned into a global storm, filling TikTok with edits, dance challenges, remixes, covers, parodies, aesthetic videos, slow reverb versions, sped-up versions, every form you could imagine. Jungkook wasn't following a trend. He created one. And the craziest part? Jungkook's viral power isn't limited to official releases. Even old clips, random vocals, live performance moments, and tiny snippets from concerts can explode without warning. Fans joke that Jungkook breathes and TikTok crashes, and at this point, it barely feels like an exaggeration. There is something about his voice that feels alive. Something youthful yet mature, confident yet comforting, polished yet raw. His sound carries emotion without trying, and confidence without forcing. When he sings, it doesn't feel like a performance, it feels like an experience the listener is pulled into. Combined with his charisma, visuals, and natural star energy, Jungkook has become the internet's favorite voice to amplify. The platform rotates, but Jungkook remains fixed at the center, dominant, magnetic, inevitable. He is not just the most viewed BTS member on TikTok. He is TikTok's global golden voice, the artist whose sound defines an entire generation of trends, the singer whose every release becomes a landmark moment online. And that is why he stands unshaken, unrivaled, and undeniably worthy of the #1 spot. The viral king, the golden maknae, the voice of the internet, Jungkook #1. Always.